What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the new advanced skill training. So a lot of people asking me about this, how to train your cards. Couple of tips along the way as well. So you will see here that every card, every player in the game off the rip, when you sign a new card, whether it's 106 Suarez or whether it's a standard card at 60 overall, every single player in the game will have 5 skills that they're able to train, as you see here. In the latest update in v4.4, you can now add a random category or a random skill. So the categories are brand new to the latest update with the game. And this is going to be, putting every skill into a different category. So rather than having 30 plus skills that you can randomly spin or randomly assign or randomly get, which is complete luck, and I'll show you an issue with it in a second, you can now actually kind of limit to what category. So if you want defensive skills on a player, you can throw on a defensive category. If you want shooting or passing or dribbling, let's just say we want to give Suarez a passing skill and we're going for one-touch pass or true passing. We're going to be limiting it down to just these passing skills. So we're not going to be getting shooting or defensive skills. We're not going to run the risk of getting heading or sliding tackle or aerial superiority. And in fact, we do get one-touch pass here on Suarez. So the odds are greatly, greatly diminished. Now, there's still a lot of randomness about it that I don't like, but, putting skills on cards can literally transform the card into the next level, such as giving player soul control, double touch, or flip-flap to be able to do ball roll that you're seeing here, which is probably the most overpowered skill move in the game. But I would say as well as on top of that, right, you do still have a lot of issues with this system. Yes, you can still get duplicate skills, no matter if you use the random one that we're seeing here. So this is just performing a random skill training, so you can get anything, any skill you can get. It doesn't matter if you're, trying to train up a centre back. Now, we can delete skills now. They've added that as well. But I still think that they need to go a little bit further with this. There needs to be a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, maybe say over it and kind of be able to pick your skills, right? Also, I would only ever really recommend to train up a card that you specifically have a skill in mind to actually bring that card to the next level. So for example, with us, with Nedved here, we've got a lot of passing and shooting and dribbling skills on this card. One of the most overall, probably the most, one of the best overall cards in the game. But we want track back on Nedved. That's what we want. We want him to be our kind of like hard fighting, combative, competitive, kind of like right-sided midfielder that can also double down as a center option as well, like center midfielder. Now, as I said there, you can still duplicate random categories. You don't just get skills that you don't have. Now, we do get lucky and get track back, but we had already duplicated our random category with 2 sliding tackles in a row. So that is still an issue. Also, I will hear people ask me the question, can you get Blitz Curler? Can you get these Showtime skills? No, these Showtime skills cannot be trained or not be unlocked or not be added to any base card. They're just on these special cards. So as you see here, Ronaldinho's got momentum dribbling and Carlos has got edged crossing. So that's pretty much it. Still a long way to go, I think, in how they have variety for the skills. I genuinely think they need to have more kind of like say on them. So there you have it. I still think that there needs to be a little bit more control over the skills and picking which skills you want to do. And I do think that Showtime skills will be trainable in the future. But let me know your suggestions for how you would improve the skills training in the game. And don't forget to subscribe.